Hello there and welcome. Nice to meet you in another live stream. So before I start the stream, I have to get my tablet open to see the traffic, and I need my controller to write to you and to greet you with my triple genie. So let me open the stream. No. I don't want this. Are we live? Are we really? Yes, we are live. So, yes, we are live. Okay, I can diminish the volume. And so now the control panel is activated. So now let me greet you with the triple genie. 1, 2, 3. The triple genie is a garant for good mood. Welcome, all my dear guests. A kiss to you. Okay. And as the stream started right away, and I know that there are not a lot of people yet, let's collect all the guests here. And meanwhile, I will eat some grapes. Oh, this fits very well to the background. The green grapes. Oh, this looks beautiful here. The green grapes, wonderful. These are the two planets, and this is another planet with the grapes. So, welcome all the guests here. As long as there's not a question from you, I can eat my grapes. This fits so well to the background. I should do this more often. This was not planned. This happened by coincidence. So welcome all the guests here. Welcome to this stream. What will happen in this stream, I don't know. It's all a surprise. Every stream is a surprise. I don't know who will enter the stream. A lot of new people will find the stream. And as soon as we get the information, your questions, there comes the answer. Although you guessed here, you want some grapes? Get yourself, oh, it gets even bigger here. Ricky B. Hello there and welcome to the stream. The first person that took the risk to write to the chat. Do you live in Germany? Yes, probably you got my German accent from my voice. You have a musical ear. Really well. So this stream comes from Europe, from Germany. Hey, I thought you are doing ASMR. In this stream, not really. But in most of my videos, I do. Which part of Germany? The southern part of Germany. But I won't go that much into details because I have to protect myself. Nemo. Yes, but in lots of my videos, you will find me doing, because the stream, this is just a cell phone and a normal microphone. So this has not the quality to make a good ASMR. But when I'm sitting in my YouTube studio, you will get a lot of ASMR styles. Why are you eating grapes like that? What do you mean, Tarantula? Welcome to the stream. These are the grapes, and this is a very knife and it's good. I don't have to touch it, because when I touch the grapes, it's a little sweet. And then when I touch my controller of the stream, it gets all, you know what I mean, all the sugar stuff. Yeah. What is your occupation and specialism? I have no occupations and specialisms because I'm not a niche person. I love to do a lot of things. I made a lot of things in my life, and I still make a lot of things in my life. And when you visit my channel and you browse a little through my archive, you will see that the variety is quite big. So tarantula, was this a good explanation for you? I think this is even elegant, eating the flying grapes. Now, yes, it's good to check my channel. And all this, because a lot of people told me, you have an ASMR voice. I didn't even know what this means. And some people said, what you are doing is unintentional ASMR. Really? And then I looked for this. And then I found this might be true. And a lot of people say this, so they must be right. Wow, 325 subscribers. Congratulations. Look, the subscriber count is not that important. For example, you have a video that blows up, that brings you 100,000 subscribers. But when they don't watch the other videos, I think the subscriber count, and YouTube is changing a lot. It changes drastically. So, I don't know. Yeah. Get some hair. No, I cut my hair off. When there was the COVID time, I started being my own hairdresser. And then I said, okay, now I have all these skills. Why not cutting the hair off? And then, wow, I like it. And from this moment on, I said, I will shave my head completely. And this is a lot of work because I have to do it every 2-3 days. So I can't go with this. So it is even more work than before because I have to do it every 2-3 days. Wilkmanist. I don't know whether I spell this right. Wilkmanist. Yep, looks like. Hello from Russia. Greetings back to Russia. I get more people from Russia here. These days, in my last stream, I had also a guy called Vladislav. I think he was from St. Petersburg. And we had a wonderful conversation. I see that you make advice. Yeah, I have a lot of mental advices. Do you have an advice for young people like me who still haven't decided what to become? This is a good question. So, Flickmanist, longer hair, less problems. Absolutely. People say, you have short hair, this is easy. This is not that easy because you have to cut it every 2-3 days. When we have longer hair, we just wash it and it's ready. You are absolutely right. People don't have short or hair. They don't know that this takes a lot of time. I said about ASMR, looks like it is. This is interesting because the setup that I'm using here is just a light setup. I'm just in my space kitchen Therefore, I have my grapes here. I'm not sitting in my official YouTube studio. I made the stream a little separate. I said, let's make it in the kitchen, in my space kitchen. And I don't want to miss any comments here. It looks like yes. So Nemo, what is your age? When I know your age, I can give a better advice. Do you have any advice for young people like me who still haven't decided what to become? You will still have a lot of time to decide. And sometimes we are even changing. Sometimes we get a profession, then we change to another profession, and then we find something new and we switch to another profession. Just be flexible. Whatever you do, make it with your fullest intention and put all your work in it. Then you come soon to the next level. And then, as long as we practice a lot, we will get soon to the next level. And then we change what time offers. So when you tell me your name, the advice might become even better. Nikhil Hani, Anupam Kea. Beautiful colored eyes. You think my blue eyes? I have to let it a little closer to the camera. Thank you. Thank you. As I said, the lightning here is not that beautiful. I think on my when I make my real videos in my official studio, the appearance is a little better. But this is just a cell phone camera. But it's easy. Make the stream with the cell phone and ready. I could even use my equipment, but use the camera, then use the encoder. This is a lot of technical stuff. I think for a stream, a good cell phone is enough. Blackmanist, I have hair long about 2 shoulders. Good. And I do a haircut once per half a year or a year. Absolutely. Yes, this takes less work. Ricky B, I'm changing my profession. Yes, so I want to encourage you. It's always good when we are flexible and you found a better profession. Then put all your focus in and enjoy it. We will never know what we'll do in 5 years or 10 years. As long as we are flexible, we can climb. And today, a profession won't last that long. Imagine 50 years ago, people had their profession their whole life. Today, it's completely different. Today, you have your profession, and after 5 or 7 years, you switch to a new profession. We should be flexible and go with the time. Career advice at age of 45. You said you want a career advice at the age of 45. Don't forget the thumbs up button. I just mentioned it. I know people forget this normally, but it helps the stream or the video. Thank you for any thumbs up that you give. Career advice at the age of 45. Look, when you are 45, you still have a lot of time to work, and there is so much work outside. I would say, look what you really want to do. Is there any wish that, oh, I'd like to do this? And then watch what is combined with this profession. Because there is no better luck when we really do what we want. You can choose a profession that you really like. And then you still can grow in several directions. Or you can start your own company. Or you have your job and you make your small company as a side company, and then you let it grow. And when this brings a lot of benefit, you say, I don't need my main job. I can reduce it, not cut it away directly. Just reduce it. I'm 24. I feel like it. I feel like a child, but I feel old when I see people at my age on the internet. Look, even when you're 50, 60, 70, 80, we still can feel as a child because we were a child. We were a baby, we were a child, we were a young adult. And the older we get, we have all these special levels still in us. So it's good that you feel like a child. You remember what Jesus said? Be like a child, and the chances of paradise are ready for you. And sometimes we feel even old compared to other people of the same internet. I would say 24, start what you're doing and always look whether there's something that you prefer to do. Sometimes people have a side hustle. You can have 1, 2, or 3 jobs. And the job that fits better, you put more attention to it. But I would say at 24, 24, you are so young. You are so young. Even when you put all your focus on the wrong profession, you still can switch. We always can switch. Nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Do you know what Gary Vaynerchuk says? What? You are 25? You're so young. No hurry. No hurry. You still have no family. You still have not that much responsibility. Be flexible. Be flexible and enjoy life. Because when we have more responsibility, we feel a little handcuffed. But there are always solutions. The same, I'm 25, so I think the same goes for you. And whether we are living in Europe or in Russia, it's always the same. A spiritual counselor. Yes, you can call. I love to giving mentorship. I even do it with coaching and guidance because I'm guiding a lot of people all over the world. And I wrote this even in my description, in my About tab. Yeah, this is a practical counselor, a spiritual counselor, a mental counselor. It's all the same. It all goes in the same direction. Harsh cancel the message. Okay, no problem. But wonderful that you found the stream and you had the courage to write something in the chat. Nemo, oh, this is very important that you wrote this in the... People on the internet act like they figured out at a very young age. Maybe that's why I'm stressed about this thing. This is the problem. When you go to social media, everybody wants to shine. People appear on the internet with mask because nobody can prove anything. They act like an actor. They appear, I have this. And then sometimes they even share videos that are so ridiculous. Make this, and you become wealthy in 2 months. And they just want to build up their own network because they need slaves that buy their snowball system. Be careful. Be careful. When a person is really wealthy, they appear like simple clothes. They don't look the money, they look the car that I have, look the house that I have. Don't fall in these traps where there are a lot of narcissists out. They want to shine. They want to shine. They just need an audience. They appear on the internet and they think all the people that know nothing from me, then I can appear as an actor. But be careful. And when we see it over and over, then we think, and we realize, oh, I don't have this. I don't have this. Everybody has this, but I not. And then we feel sad. Don't fall into this trap. Please don't fall into this trap. Nikhil Hani says, bless me to be successful in interrogated way. Everybody is, you are all blessed, especially while you are using this stream, while you are visiting this stream. I give you my blessings. These are the blessings that all of you have. You found the right stream at the right time. You get all my good, my positive vibes from the heart. And I will confirm this with a triple genie. Harsh Pandya. Which German-speaking part of Europe would you recommend for tourism? Look, I would say, which German-speaking part? There are only 3 German-speaking parts: Germany, Austria, and Swiss. So, if you have the chance, visit them both. Start at Hamburg, at the North Sea, right in the north. Then go through Germany. You go a little through Austria. You can visit Vienna, and then you can visit Swiss. This would be a wonderful trip through German-speaking countries. For me, it's really difficult to change my profession. Why? Tell me why. Let's analyze this. Let's elaborate a little on this. Why do you think it is difficult? It is not difficult. Sometimes we have to rethink it. Or there are jobs that are quite similar. You are a very nice, sincere person. Thank you so much. Just subscribe. Oh, thank you so much, Nemo. When you scroll through my archive, these are nearly 1,500 videos. You will find treasures. For any situation, you will nearly find the right awareness. And I always say it's good to subscribe. Follow the channel for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 months. And when you don't like it, you can unsubscribe again. But at least you are informed and can come along. I'm a programmer. Wow, you are a programmer. Whoa. This means you have so much possibilities. First, when you are a programmer, you are really good in your mind. So you are flexible. And your programs can help people in so many areas. Medical stuff, finance stuff, media stuff, computer stuff in general. 3D designer. A 3D designer. The world is waiting for you. I can make an end product electrons by myself. But for money, I started a fast food point market. Difficult to change. I would say make a brainstorming. You have your skills, And what is all combined with these skills? Where can you find your skills in several topics that you did not even think they are using this as programmer, 3D designer? As a 3D designer, you are capable to work for so many countries, and they pay good money. So I don't think you have to change the profession. Just combine your profession with new directions. I think there lies a lot of gold for you. A lot of people around me now, and I am reallocate geographically to start it. But today, we can make so many things online. A lot of companies learned to work with home working employees, and you can offer your service. For example, you can use new directions first as a side hustle to test them out. And then when this doesn't work, you test something else, and you test something else. Even when you have your main job that still brings the monthly money. Hope things will get over. Yes, it can get better now. Sometimes a stream like this brings you a new idea. And when we reflect on this and go a little further the next days, we can open new portals for our life. This is exactly what I wanted to say. Okay, in theory, I can do anything. This is what I wanted to say. You are so flexible. I want to focus on a different field. I'm in Russia. That gave me rest. No, you are connected to the world over the internet. So you are located in Russia, but you can have contracts with people all over the world. Think on this idea. I don't want to miss any of your sentences. I like this stream. A lot of good interaction. You see, Vlekmanist, you get greetings from Nima. There are people always giving good vibes. Yes, I also not currently working in the profession that I studied. A lot of people studied something and make something else. Probably you create your own profession with all the things you learned. I want to focus on a different field. Yes, just be flexible. Find something that you really like. And you will find the design programs for this. Spend more time. Absolutely. What we do for work takes a lot of time every day. And then there are so many professions, and we deserve to do what we want. And when we don't want it anymore, we can change. Takes a learning phase, and some people start completely new. When the job becomes boring, people realize this, and then they get the courage to start something new. And then, wow, the life becomes interesting again. Yep, thanks for your stream and your opinion. Yes, sometimes we just should face the fear that we have, the uncertainty, because there lies gold hidden. And we really should put our focus on it, our awareness, because there are a lot of chances. A lot of chances are waiting for us when we just pick the subject and let it, like a washing machine, again and again, this direction, this is a good idea. So we just have to think on it a little more. We just should put our focus on it. And when you do this, or you do it alone, or you do it only with people that really want to support you, because there are a lot of people, don't do it, no. There are a lot of naysayers. Keep away from them. When you share this thought, just do it with people that you really trust, that are on your wavelength. There will be also a lot of problems. No, don't think on problems. This is just a creation. There are a lot of chances, possibilities. This is what I said before. Continue with your profession and start your new orientation as a side hustle. Then you can still say how much focus you put on it. Probably only 2 hours a day or 3 hours every 2 days. Let it grow slowly. Don't become exhausted. You don't have to throw your job away and then you have nothing, as you said, no vehicle, no home, and so on. No. Make it when you have several jobs. And when this goes better, you can reduce the other one. So 1, 2, or even 3 jobs, and look how they develop. Yeah, you shouldn't feel alone. Nemo said it wonderful. A lot of people struggling enough. Yeah. A lot of people, everybody is. I also have my struggles. You think I'm a lucky person because I can't stream? I have my struggles too. But I make the stream anyway. I shouldn't make the stream. I should better work on something constructive and resolve my problems. No, I make both. I said, okay, every problem gets a certain attention each day, but I can't stop living. I can't stop sleeping. I can't stop eating my grapes. I can't stop drinking my coffee. You see, I'm a musician. What is happening here? And the major problem is I don't know exactly how to start. So you don't have to start today. Prepare yourself. Think on it. When you have the right idea, then you know what to do. Don't jump into the cold water. First, elaborate a little. And when you know what to do, then you do it. But then you put all your focus on it. I want to use my experiences now. Program with 3D printing customer. Yes. So make your brainstorming and try some things out. Probably you try 7 things out and 1 goes very well. How will we know if we never try it? Who are your favorite singers, musicians? International and German. Oh, there are so many. There are so many. As I'm a professional musician. I love classical music. I love jazz. I love pop. I love R&B. I don't love heavy metal. And I don't like dark metal. All this metal, dark. This is, for me, this is noise. But when the music is played wonderful, when I start talking who I like, we will sit there still tomorrow. And international is so, and as I'm a little older, I knew all the groups from 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years back. I grew up with Pink Floyd, with Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Kansas, Frank Zappa. All these, probably you never heard of them, or probably yes. And I played chamber music, I played in orchestras, so I was really active, and I'm still active. Yeah, I know. I'm really lucky if I look people around, yes. MD Asham Ullah said, hi, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Let me greet all the guests here once again with a triple genie. Don't forget your thumbs up. Be a part of the stream. It's good when someone says hi. They identify themselves. They are not watching anonymous. I have an idea and plans, but if I leave my current work, no, don't leave your current work. Prepare your new profession and always look for safety. Don't look for these people that say, leave your 9 to 5 and make something else. Don't do it. Try it out before. And when this really works well, then you can switch over. And you can even say, okay, I don't have to throw my job away. I can make half of it. Don't throw yourself in the cold water. Yes, it's always risky. Life is always a risk. We never know whether tomorrow comes a meteorite. Life, and when we get some diseases, some that we can't cure, we never know. There is a lot of risk in life. And therefore, when we have a healthy life and we still have a roof over our top and something to eat, some grapes to eat, we should be grateful. The rest comes over time. You would like to hear me play? Even have a playlist. It's called Playing Music Just for Fun. So, and I made some spontaneous work. You will find it also on my channel, YouTube channel. The playlist is Playing Music Just for Fun. There I uploaded some crazy stuff. That's why I prepare myself that hard. Don't make it hard. Say, I make it for my pleasure. I will do the best I can. I don't want to become exhausted. I do it. I don't do it hard. I focus on it and see your life as a game, as a dimensional game, like a computer game. You have your skills and then you go through the levels. You are just passing one level and the next level and the next level. See it a little more easy. Then we are not stressed, because when we are stressed, we get fear, become frustrated, depressed. And this kills all the enthusiasm that we should have. Luke W. so nice that you joined the stream. Oh, this was a good decision to make a stream today. Yes, I'm fine. I'm still eating some grapes here. The flying grapes. The grapes look good to the green background. So this is the last grape over. Now I can switch to my coffee. Now the coffee has the right temperature. So Luke, how are you? Long time no see. Long time no read from you. And Nemo confirmed. Health is the most important. Yeah, health is the most important. The rest is really not just important. If you had millions on your bank account, if you had hotels and houses and yacht and everything, and you suffer from a disease, all the worth becomes worthless. And sometimes we forget that health is priceless. The rest comes over time. We cannot do everything in it one day. But when we are not healthy one day, and not the next day, then we lose the power, we have no strength, and we are completely fixated. I just want to be healthy. I just want to be healthy. But when we are healthy and we forget this, this is a pity. We should be grateful for our health. And the rest is just reaching one level after the other. Agree thinks, nowadays I feel overstressed. Yes, it seems you are overstressed. So many thoughts, and one thought kills the other. Yeah. First, I would say, slow down. Make something. Invite yourself to a cup of coffee in a restaurant. Smile with some beautiful ladies and enjoy a little more. When we are so focused, then we lose the joy of life. Bring relaxation back in your life. Meditation. Go outside. Don't try to resolve everything on one day. When you feel better, life, like magic, becomes better. And then you get new ideas. When we are stressed, we cut ourselves from inspiration. I shared a lot of videos on this. It's worth scrolling a little through my archive. Inspiration is what we need. But when we are under stress, we are not inspired. This is my controller here. What we need, inspiration. Inspiration brings us to the next step. And when we are so much focused on fear, on problems, then we shut the door to inspiration. Luke W., I'm doing good. This is good to read. Wonderful. Yes, it's a good idea that I started a stream today. Do you stream often? I feel like I went seeing. Yes, I stopped streaming. I think 1-2 years ago, I was streaming a lot, the horizontal streams. And then I stopped streaming because I didn't see a lot of benefit. It takes a lot of time. And a stream is a stream. And who watched the replay of a stream? So I prefer to make evergreen videos that you can see this year, next year, in 5 years. But when the vertical format appeared, I said, let's test this out. And I tested it, and I was quite happy with it. Then I left it alone again. And these, I think the last 1-2 weeks, just 1-2 weeks, I came back and said, okay, I will share a little more focus on the vertical stream. So probably you will see me more often. Don't forget your thumbs up. This is always good. It's that easy. People mostly forget this. It really is. We stress out over the smallest. Yes, we stress out over the smallest things. And stress affects our health. Absolutely. And you can't know how much it does. Thank you for all your likes. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for being in the stream. Thank you for sharing your experiences, that we have something to talk here. For example, I had reflux from stress in college. Absolute. Most people have problems with their stomach, reflux. This is only by anxiety and stress. Absolutely. Meditation will be difficult. Look, meditation is never difficult. You can meditate for 30 seconds. You don't have to sit there 20 minutes. This is a complete wrong understanding. You can meditate 30 seconds. It's just to learn to focus on nothing. And it's even hard to focus on nothing without practice for 20 minutes. But we can focus on nothing at least for 30 seconds. When you're in the underground or in a bus or in a train, you can close your eyes and just listen what you're hearing. Just focus on the presence. Thank you for your likes. Just focus by hearing. What are you hearing now? Forget your thoughts. Just listen what you are hearing now. When I close my eyes, I'm sitting here in my space kitchen. I can listen to my space refrigerator. It makes this voice sound and ready. You just need to focus on your senses. Okay, you can watch on a point. You have a knife and you just watch to the knife. You see the metal, it's dark, it's blue, you see it below, you see it there, it's sharp, you can turn it around. Just watch what you see. Just follow your focus. In this moment, you shut off your thoughts because you are observing. You can observe with your eyes, you can observe with eyes closed, and just by hearing, you are in the present moment. And you can do this for 30 seconds. You're planning to go back to Moscow. Yeah, big city. All the best. Do you prefer red or green grapes? This is a good question. In former times, I loved the red grapes. But now I prefer the green grapes. I don't know why. I think they are a little more sweet. I can't explain it, but I tested some red grapes some months ago, and then I went back to the green grapes. Vlogmanist, 30 seconds is possible. Okay, yes. When you focus on your knife, 30 seconds is nothing. You can even make it a minute. And you don't know, this is, you shut your thought, because the problem is, when we think, we are not in the present moment. Or we imagine what will happen in the future, and we are just playing with some thoughts that are still not reality, or we are remembering. And most people, when they think, they are remembering all the stories that are stored in our memory. And we should be free because our memory became our habits. And when we want something new, we should let them go, not think on them. And then we are ready to receive some new thoughts. But in the moment when you say, I don't want to think about the problems of the past, about the problems that I had in the morning, that I had yesterday, then you think on the knife or a spoon or a glass of water. No, you have a microphone like this and you watch all the hairs of the dead cat. And this is meditation, because you are in the present moment. Knives. I have a small collection of folding knives, about 40 pieces. Wow, wonderful, good. So imagine every knife, 30 seconds, then you have more than a month to do. Aha, look, one less like the red grapes. Wonderful. When we think, we forget where we really are. So it's good to look around and remind ourselves. When we think, we forget where we really are. Yes, you can establish a future. I have a website, it's called Recall Future, because it's all, when we once want to plan something, we have to imagine it as if we are already there. So in our mind, we can let the film run. It happens in our mind, because when you remember the film that you saw yesterday, it also plays in your mind. You're not in front of the monitor or in a cinema, but you still can remember the film. So whatever we do, most activities happen in our mind. So now I wrote all the sentences. Good. Ready for new ones. Advice for a broken heart. Broken heart, do you mean relationship? Harsh Pandya. Tell me how old you are. And I think you are male. When I have for a relationship. So Harsh Pandya, the thumbnail is so small I can't see you yet. So I think you are male. Okay, 28 and male. A broken heart. Why do you think your heart is broken? Just left 2-3 months. Why do you think your heart is broken? Normally, we can say, when we start a relationship, we have a lot of expectations. We think, now we found go somewhere with your friends. This is a good alternative. When we start a new relationship, we decide, this is the person. This is the person. I'm curious. Let's see. But it's so promising. And then we put all our expectations. And we expect more than we can probably get, because we are still in the learning phase. Who is this person? And the problem is, in the phase of learning someone, everybody shows himself, herself from the best side. It nearly seems we are dealing with an actor. People have their masks. And over time, we see really who these people are. And then we are a little disappointed. But believe me, when a relationship is broken, God is observing you, and God already knows this is not the right person for you. Okay? You both had the chance to learn each other, but when you are dividing, this means it's good for your safety, because this is not the person to stay 10, 20, 30 or a lifetime. So it's better that we separate soon. And you should say, my heart is not broken. I accept the advice from God that He wants to say, this is not the right person. You have a lot of expectations, but they will never unfold. So it's for your protection. When a relationship breaks, it is for your protection, for the other person also. And on the other hand, there are billions of beautiful people that match perfectly to you. Just go out and try to learn them. So see it a little more as a game. Don't be sad. Say, God saved me from this person because I could run in big problems, but this was just for my safety. Good that you separated. And listen to Maka Kosh's songs. I never heard of him. I don't know if you believe in fate, but I thought it was meant to be. Yes, it was meant to be. I can't give proper advice because I've never been in love. Sorry. Oh, so much love will come over you sooner than you think. And when you once dive in, you complete your emotions with all these new feelings. Do you think regular sex is required in a marriage, or can sexless marriages be happy? Look, there are a lot of couples, they might have sex at the beginning, and after a certain time, the activity slows down, but they still have a wonderful, loving relationship. So I think, but there's no rule. It can go with regular sex. It can also go without regular sex. And the 20%, 30%, 50%, 60%, it also depends, like music, it depends on the quantity. When you just have sex every day and you feel nothing, what is this? And when you have sex only on the weekend, and this is a wonderful feeling, you got such emotional exchange. What is better? It is not the frequency. It's like listening. When you listen always bad music, you better stay quiet. But when it's good music, even when you listen to the music only in 3 or 4 days, it's better. So I think both can work. It depends on both partners. So there is no rule book. What is best? Both can work. I hope this makes sense. Confirm that you understood the meaning. Thanks for your likes. Somebody is good because you don't feel that. In some sides it's good because you don't feel that, but you also did not receive so much experience. Yes, awareness is everything. We learn so much over life. But we should focus on the good stuff. We should go through life as an optimist, not as a pessimist. Because there are a lot of things where we can be drowned and never be happy. We always can choose. Oh, now the coffee has a good temperature. Another sentence. You are good in populating the chat. Wonderful. Thank you. I've never known teenage love or college love. It's okay. We never know. Probably tomorrow you already found your super SP. It can happen in the supermarket. It can happen on the street. It can always happen. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. I watched enough cases without. Yeah, probably they should have had more of it. But why? There was a reason why they acted like this. But it's hard to understand other couples. Look, sometimes it's even hard to understand ourselves. And even when you have a partner, it's hard to understand your partner, even when you are so close and often together with a partner. But what other couples say, I'm a little in doubt. Nobody tells the true story. This is another interesting question. Do you think people should stay in a marriage for the sake of children? No. Absolutely no. I'm very unhappy in my marriage and want a divorce. However, my partner is trying to convince me to stay. Look, watch a couple. A couple, they have 3 children. They are luckily married and one partner dies. It could be the spouse. It could be the husband. When they die, they are away. So the 3 children have to learn and have to go with it. And when parents divorce, it's better than to fight. And they still can have contact to their mother and father. And when the spouse or the husband finds a new love, isn't this beautiful? He becomes happy. She becomes happy. Children can manage that. They are so young. They accept everything what happens. When the father dies, when both die, children can stand this. It's okay. It's a problem for a moment, but they have to live with it. And this is not that they are broken forever. We can live with this, especially children. Whatever happens to the child says yes. It also has no other chance. And children are way more flexible than we think. Adults have way more problems than children. Children, okay. Then they go with the mother, and the mother has a new boyfriend, and they are joking with them, and they accept this. Children are way more flexible than we think. Adults have the problems because there are so many memories. I'm very unhappy in my marriage and want divorce. So when it's better for you, today I made a video on relationship. What was the title? I even forgot the title of my video from today. How could this be? Know your worth and make sure others respect you. And I talked on our worth concerning business. And the second part, the bigger part, is on relationships. And I think it's worth watching this video because I touched a lot of topics that go directly in the direction what you said. Nemo said, my parents are divorced and I'm so happy with it. Yes, you see, this is his perspective as a child or an adult now. Yeah, it always depends on the situation. This means even when you divorce, you can create a good situation. When you divorce, you can even create a bad situation. But when you divorce, you can also create a good situation that is good for your former wife, good for the children, we always have the chance to give a better situation. It all depends on our choice. Ricky B says, great advice. Thank you. Yes, no problem. We are way more flexible. Just staying in a marriage, suffering. You are suffering. Your wife is suffering. And children, they pick this up. When both adults, the parents, are suffering, this is the worst for the children. I would not want my children to see this fight between parents or this no love situation. This is the worst education that we give to our own child. I wouldn't do this. This is the problem. This is the problem often with men. Men lose financial stuff in a divorce, but they gain their freedom. So what is better? Freedom or a little less money? They can make new money. But I think freedom for the future. We shouldn't be that object orientated, but everybody is different. I prefer my freedom. We all pay. We all pay. We all pay that we stay in freedom. Luke W. Just go home from work. Ready to pass. Thank you so much that you visited the stream. You brought a good energy to the stream. In my country, people often just stays in marriage, obviously, but live their lives later. Why? How will you know that you have later? To expect later, maybe you get a disease, cancer. How gives you the guarantee that there is a later waiting for you? We only have the now. Nemo, same with Turkey. Even my parents divorced when I was 21. Yes. My mother also divorced when I was 9 years old. Was this a problem for me? Okay, I couldn't see my father, but I could manage that. It was as it was. He could have died. Also, this would be even worse. So I think children can adapt a lot. They are way more flexible than parents think. Yes, have your talk in between. Let me watch this. Let me see the analytics of the stream. It goes quite good. It is a hard question how people grow in not full family. Look, you can even have a full family. We have the mother We have the father and we have 2, 3 children. But when they are not treated well, and they are under pressure, and they have strict and serious parents, even when the family is full, it can be a disaster. There's no rule book. Everything is possible. Luke W. says, I feel very lucky. My parents never had issues or arguments in front of me growing up. Good. This is wonderful. They kept the problems out of your growth. Yes, it doesn't seem very common nowadays. Everything is possible. Every family is different. Every person is different. Every mother, every father, every child is different. For example, yes, even though I had a father, I felt I didn't have a father. This is what I wanted to explain. The family could be full, everything is there, everybody is there, but when you feel you have no contact, whether the father is just focusing on his work or you don't feel a connection to your father, then Chad Max, enter the stream. Ta-ta-ta-ta. Music Explorer, enter the stream. Ta-ta-ta-ta. 2 new people, let me greet you both with the triple genie. You know the triple genie? The triple genie is the ghost from the lamp that says, your wish is my command. How are you doing, Chad Max? The Music Explorer, it seems you're making music. Tell us a little from your experiences. Do you play an instrument? Come, tell a little more. Don't be anonymous. When we call ourselves Music Explorer, then we have to do something with music. Yeah, I do play guitar. Wow, wonderful. You still have the genie, right? Absolutely. The genie is in my official YouTube studio. In my last stream, I showed the lamp from the genie. It's still with me. You play guitar. Wonderful. Congratulations. You know that I studied guitar? When you go on my stream, you watch the playlist playing music just for fun. You can see me playing classical guitar, electric guitar. Welcome. Welcome, colleague here. What kind of music do you like? Look, as I studied classical, I love jazz, I love classical music, I love rock, R&B. I learned a lot over time, and sometimes I prefer this. It goes like waves, this direction, and then this direction, and then this direction. It's not that I say I only love psychedelic rock. No, it's flexible. It's going like waves in this direction, in this direction. It's so nice to explore music and learning new sounds. Agree, I'm in full family, but I see a lot of people grow in non-formal family, and there's a pattern of people. So absolutely. About music, I like hardstyle or other EDM related? Okay, wonderful. It's good. Every genre has its audience. And believe me, over time, you will also change a little here and discover a new genre. It's just like discovering a new garden with so many new things to hear. Especially in them. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There are a lot of songs. A lot of songs. When this is a good music, I will never get tired. I will never get tired. But when you ask me this right now, there comes some, when I think I can tell you 200. But at the moment, when you make a question like this, I would say listen to Pink Floyd in Pompeii, Kansas. They make so much good music. Genesis, the older songs from Genesis, or, for example, no, what is his name? Steve Hackett, the former guitarist from Genesis. My God, he makes beautiful music. Yeah, Pink Floyd is always good to hear. All the new covers from David Gilmour. He plays the old songs, the new ones. There's so much good stuff. Jazz, so much good players from the jazz. Or also classical music. Yes, when you are a guitar player, for sure you must know David Gilmour, Jeff Beck, George Benson, Aldi Meola. I don't know whether you know Aldi Meola. It's already a little older. And yes, Steve Hackett. Oh, Steve Vai. Eric Johnson, not to forget Eric Johnson. What's one of your favorite classical songs? Look, there are so much of them. They are all good. We have so much good composers. Favorite classical songs? Classical songs, you mean classical music? There are so much, all these symphonies, string quartets, piano music, all the Franz Liszt, Chopin. I used to listen to Another Brick in the Wall. Yes, but Another Brick in the Wall is already a little commercial. I never liked that. It's interesting, but it's a little commercial. Music Explorer asked me, where are you from? I'm from Europe, from Germany. Yes, classical music. Yes. Yes, so as I said, there are so many Mahler symphonies. But also the older stuff, Baroque, Scarlatti, wonderful sonatas. Yeah, one thing that was never got a lot of attention from me. I don't like football. For me, football is always the same. As a child, I even played in a football team, but this was not a great experience. I preferred more fishing in the morning or at the night at the sea. Yes, being in nature. Who loves to fish among you? Who loves to fish? Oh, that was the first thing that came to mind. What? What was the first thing? I came from the land where all the big classical composers are born. Football, okay. All the classical music, most of the composers came from Germany. Not all, but many of them. I like looking fishes, so you have an aquarium, but I don't like eating them. Oh, they are good resources for protein. Do you like at least shrimps? When I say shrimps, I remember Music Explorer love fish. Is it still pretty cold? No, it gets warmer. Now we are heading spring. Spring just started, and the temperatures are about 14, 16 degrees Celsius. So it's getting warmer. And yesterday we had the time shift. We switched to summertime. So even at 8 o'clock p.m., there's still sunlight. Beautiful. No, I'm not born in the DDR. Thank God. I was born in a little more flexible land in the West. Ertjo Zanelli, welcome to the stream. Ach, so glücklich. Ach, so glücklich. So, this means you are German. Let me greet you with a triple genie. I really don't like seafood. It tastes like sea. Yes, it tastes like sea. But the problem is, again, my pronoun from chicken and cows. Yes. But as you said, Nemo, when you eat fish and the fish smells like sea, then the fish is nearly rotten. When you eat a fresh fish, it has no smell. So when you have this smell like fish, it's even if the fish is still good, better not eating it. It's going to be 29 Celsius where I live this weekend. You're really going to the beach. Wow, beautiful. Dankeschön, aber ich bin nicht ein Deutscher. Haha. Trotzdem benutze ich meine Freizeit, um mein Deutsch zu verbessern. We could make a German lesson here. Dankeschön, aber ich bin nicht ein Deutscher. Haha. Trotzdem benutze ich meine Freizeit, um mein Deutsch zu verbessern. I have asthma. I can't stand with this. Yes. As I said, when they are smelling, avoid them. Florida gets warm very quick. Look, you are from Florida. Oh. Where I live, it's 36, 37, too hot. Okay. I forgot this, Luke. Are you living in Florida? Yes. Nearly 40 degrees. It's hot. Just confirm whether you are living in Florida. Then I can tell you something. I was learning Germany in my high school at college, but I can't still talk it. Yes. Yes, we talked about your trips to NASA one time. Yes, you remember this. Whoa, wonderful. I spent a lot of time there. Had such a good time there. Ich würde gerne mit dir bleiben, aber die Anatomie sagt mir, die Zeit ist um. Ich wünsche Ihnen eine schöne Nacht. Schlaf gut. Have a good night. You must go to bed. Erzio Zinelli. Thank you. Next time we can level up your German just another step. Ich würde gerne mit dir bleiben, aber die Anatomie sagt mir, es ist Zeit, ins Bett zu gehen. Ich wünsche Ihnen eine schöne Nacht. Don't say schönen Nacht, schöne Nacht, without N. So, Luke, remember this. Gute Nacht. NASA, like the NASA. Oh, yes, absolutely. I love space. I love everything around space. Probably space is where we come from. We humans are aliens here on Earth, and who knows from which galaxy we originally came. And mankind was always in love with the night sky and seeing the stars. Probably they are looking back home. The recent SpaceX launches were really cool. Yes, and it got even more frequently. There is always another launch and another launch. Thoughts on the recent pyramid news? I'm amazed. I saw this. We see this over social media. I think this is the only I never believed that these are tombs for dead pharaohs. I never believed. Why make such a big grave? No. No. Exactly. If it is true, probably there are even more mysteries. But it's way better. And they still don't know why we have all this architecture. They are still guessing. Nobody still knows why they built these big machines out of stone. I think it was kind of obvious that there must be much more in that. Absolutely. And the problem is, and this is amazing, that we, with all the scientists studying it over decades, over hundreds of years, still don't know what's going on. Simple blocks of stone with chambers, and we still have no clue. If I could time travel, yes, time travel is, I love space, and I also love time. Time travel always touched me. So I'm a potential time traveler. I don't know where and when, but this is one of my biggest topics. We just have to know. Mankind has to know. We are living on this planet, and we are still living clueless. We think we built quantum computers, and our technology is so advanced. But we cannot understand the last 20,000 years. This is unbelievable. This is really unbelievable. We are so clueless. And some people believe in the Bible just in written words. And the objects that we find on our planet, we can't understand. I think people living in the ancient times were more, yeah, probably there were several, how can I explain this? Might be there were advanced people and then the earth was completely destroyed. And then there came another generation of advanced people and then it was destroyed again. Probably there were several ancient people living on planet Earth, not just one, probably 10 or 20, who knows? And I think they are way older than we think. It's still, probably now we find some new discoveries that we understand a little better. It's good for us that this happens while we are alive. At least we can satisfy our thirst for knowledge. Oh, my remote control runs out of juice. Let me plug in the cable. Now it's charging again. If you got offered a one-way ticket to Mars, would you take it? No. No. I know how precious is our life. And a one-way ticket to a city that is not even built with a lot of danger. Imagine you were on Mars and then you say, we're living like in a desert with carbon dioxide, nothing to do, no plants, no beautiful women. And then you say, I want to go back. And then you realized you bought a one-way ticket. If you get a one-way ticket to another galaxy or to the next other galaxy, a one-way ticket is not worth it. When it's just a two-way ticket. This two-way ticket with rockets that fly quickly and are reliable. I don't want to spend 3 years just to get there. Who knows whether the rocket breaks? Then I'm lost in space. No, we need reliable rockets. A two-way ticket that takes me 2 days to enjoy space and getting to Mars, stay there a little and coming safely back to Earth. There are more mysteries in space and also on Earth. Exactly. There are so many mysteries still even here on Earth. Our Earth is a safe spaceship that brings us through the universe. It's a reliable spaceship when we don't destroy it. When you think about other planets, the Earth is Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Nothing there, just rocks or gas planets. Earth is really beautiful. Look, we can experience space even through simulations. And this is wonderful. When we probably not yet, but probably in 2, 3, 4 years, we can get a simulation with the VR glasses, and then we nearly are flying through space, at least in our imagination. This is already wonderful, and you are still safe. Have you ever owned telescopes? I always wanted to get a. I built one myself. when I was a small boy, I built my telescopes. I always wanted to have a big mirror telescope, and I visited a lot of big observatories. And this was always fun, these big telescopes. And then I realized, why should I buy a small telescope when there are these big telescopes where we can see so much more? So it doesn't make sense to buy a small one, even when you can see good at the night, but you make it some time and then you saw everything. And nowadays we can see everything better on our screen, on the monitor, over the computer. And probably we can even book. I never made it, but probably we can even book a telescope and watch to the sky. You can use the machines from the big boys. Yes, I own a VR headset. Exactly. This is already amazing now. Imagine in 5, or probably in 2 or 3 years, this will explode. This will become, technology is exploding. And especially media and VR glasses, they are exploding. So I think over time, this will be so amazing. This is a safe trip to other galaxies. There are already programs where we can, what is the name of this program? Where we can explore space. This is so realistic. I think space, what is the name of this big space program? Space Engine. Look for the program Space Engine. This is so amazing. You can install it on your computer, and probably you can even see it over your VR glasses. Wow. Look for Space Engine. This is fantastic. Exactly. AI is already getting crazy. These days, I was exploring a little AI programs because we are always confronted here over YouTube. And they said, okay, let's play a little with it. So we know we have this sound, how are they called? Sound language models. These language models, ChatGPT and Gemini, but now they can create pictures. They can create videos. There are programs where you can create music. And this sounds amazing. Thank you for all your likes. Just remember thank you for all your likes. Thank you for being present in the stream. Thank you for bringing your awareness to the stream. Crazy to think Saturday didn't even exist few years ago. Exactly. Yeah. You used Space Engine. Wonderful. Good. Then you know what I'm talking about. It's on my computer right now. Good. It's still on my computer right now. Sometimes I made even some graphics that I use for my stream, for my videos. Oh my God, yes. When I was little, smartphones were not that popular, but they were still there. When I was little, there was no smartphone at all. When I remember, I was the first one that had a cell phone, a big cell phone, not this that we carry with a battery pack that we can use in the car. I had the first cell phone that we can use in our hand, and I used it for work. This, I think I paid 5,000 euros just to have a mobile phone on the road. And this was a lot of fun. And everybody said, "Wow, you have this phone?" And now we have these small supercomputers where we can do everything. Yes, and the good thing, or the bad thing, we don't know. It is exploding exponentially. Technology is growing exponentially. I think soon we will have a quantum computer in our hand. This doesn't take long. Or we can use our cell phone as a remote controller to a quantum computer. These days, I don't use Google anymore. I ask Gemini. It's way quicker. I can use all the languages. I found something. Please, what did you say? Please translate it to me. So it's my how could I say that? It's nearly my knowledge translator. What did you imagine technology would look like today when you were really young? I had no clue. Look, when I was young, I was not that much involved in technology because there was not a lot of technology. We were experiencing our life. I played a lot in nature with like the Native Americans. And we had just fun. I played a lot. I had my chemical laboratory. I built my radio laboratory. I was repairing televisions and built my own transmitters, all this stuff. So we were really doing physical stuff. This was, I made a lot of amplifiers with tubes. So this was more building the technology myself. But today, we can't create a chip for a computer. We have to buy it. You can't build this anymore. But in former times, you could build any machine. You collected the parts, you get the schematics, and then you build the machine. Oh, look on my archive. I made this here on YouTube. I built an induction coil heater for my cup of coffee. So this is, and I made also some laser projects. When I was young, I was already building my own laser. This was a helium neon laser with high voltage. And I mean, how old was I? I think when I was 14 years old, I built my own helium neon laser from scratch. There was no schematic. And I shared some videos here on my YouTube channel where I made some homemade laser show, but not these normal laser shows that you see on a show, on a stage. I made this with, how was it called? Interference, with interference pictures. Nobody makes this. This is really interesting. And I also used some blue lasers to burn a finger. I used a wiener as a replacement for the finger, and I burned it. So this is, you can find this on my channel. Just look under laser. Yeah, I was only 7 when the first iPhone came. Well, wonderful. So you were involved very quickly with high technology. I was 6. I can close this. I don't need this. Yes. So when we look back, we stored a lot of interesting stuff in our memory. And we got more and more involved. Look, when you go to a bus, in the underground or in a train, everybody is sitting there writing, not even with headphones, just writing text messages, looking, writing, looking, writing, looking, writing. Everybody, not even children, adults. I saw grandmothers sitting in the train or in the underground using the cell phone. It was a pleasure to see all the people, everybody. Nobody looked to each other. They were all occupied with technology. Or when you see a class of children that come from a school, they are super busy, super busy. Yes, it changes people. It changes people. Thank you for all your likes. And when anybody visited this stream for the first time, I would love that you join my channel, not as a member, just subscribe and come along a little. I share so many interesting videos, not fake videos. This is all real human-made. I don't love faceless AI videos. At least I can say what I bring on the table here on YouTube, I take the responsibility. And this is made by me, no fake. And I saw a lot of faceless channels. Script written by AI. Voiceover, AI. And there are still people watching this. Sometimes there are even mistakes. And I think they do not even edit their videos, because when they listen to the video, they should realize that this is a mistake. They leave it as it is. I'm going to go make dinner. Good idea. Good talking with you. Yes, good talking with you too. When do you think you'll be live again? So I think I said not tomorrow. I think so 3-4 days. At least once a week, or every 3-4 days. But I make it spontaneous. When I have some time and I got the inspiration, now it's time to make the stream. I have no schedule and I stay flexible. But now I know this might be your time. And you got the invitation over email. We are informed when we are subscribed to the channel. Sounds good. I'll try to catch you next time. You are wonderful. That is so good that you shared the stream and you shared some thoughts and experiences. Take care. For me also. So who else is in the stream? Who else is in the stream? There are still people watching. Say hello. Don't stay anonymous. Or are these only bots? I don't think so. Don't hide yourself. Let me greet welcome all new guests here. Probably this encourages you to write something in the chat. Just say hi. You don't even have to say hello. Just say hi. 2 letters. Otherwise, when there's no activity, then I won't speak alone to the camera. Because we already had a wonderful stream. It was a good talking. It is worth watch the replay. We shared good, even life advices. We talked on relationships, on parenting, on divorces. Heavy stuff. And we found good solutions. So it seems it's getting quiet. Then it's time to make another cup of coffee. After ending the stream, there are new people coming in. Say hello. Say hello. Don't hide yourself. This stream is made for you, not for me. I don't love to talk alone to the camera. You're full of surprises, Matthias. Really? How do you know? I'm glad I found you. Did you browse a little through my archive? Why do you say so? Many people call me a magician. Sorry, but it's not my invention. So why did you come to this conclusion? I'm curious. I'm absolutely curious. Something is what we do, and how others react. This is really interesting. How people react on the things we do. And there are so many people out there. And I love the vertical stream. It fits so well into our cell phones. It's perfect made. You are music. You are, okay. You give live advices, making telescopes, yes. Visiting rocket launches at NASA. talking about time travel. Yes. Experiencing AI projects. And still a normal person. Thank you so much. I like this. And by the way, to be able to play several musical instruments takes a lot of time. So this means I practiced a lot. You can't know. There was a time where I practiced 10 hours a day. 10 hours a day. Yeah. And who can't understand this has no clue. Has no clue. Oh, yes. Yeah, he said, yeah. Yes. When I wanted to study music, or when I studied music, I was practicing 10 hours a day over years, not just a week or a month, No, over years. This means when we once learn to build up in life, we need patience. We need endurance and practice and practice. And with practice, we come so far. We come so far. Yes, it is a lot. I could have practiced even more, but 10 hours is at the end of our concentration. It also not that good for the fine motorics. So there must be a break. But the next day we can do it again. And this also disciplines us to focus, to really, what do I want to do? Why is this saying you are live? Was the stream interrupted? This was interesting. Was there a small glitch in the stream? Because now I saw you are live. Probably it was a disconnection. And YouTube informed me that I'm live again. Probably. So who else is in the stream? A short hello would be beautiful. Then I can greet you. I don't want to involve you in any conversation. Just say hi. Hi, I'm from Canada. Hi, I'm from Maiden fan entered the stream. Noah the Gamer entered the stream. Hello there and welcome. So good that you gave your... Let me read. So many people lack of the pain. So many people lack the patience to master. Oh yes, you are so... We can reach so much, and most people give up because they don't have the patience. And this goes for any topic. For example, manifestation. To attract some new things. People don't practice. They don't practice. They tried for... I made a lot of affirmations on my channel. And what I saw, these affirmations were 30 minutes, sometimes even 10 hours. And what I saw, people watched 1-2 minutes, and they have no patience. They don't understand the power of repetition. Most people have no clue about you don't have to make a lot of things. You just have to make one thing 1,000 times. And you will still get better. We still get, I tried this, this doesn't work for me. Yeah, because you didn't practice it. Myself and most people lack from this experience. If we could all be more focused and learn. Therefore, it is good to have a teacher. We have to have a feedback. When you learn something, most people don't have the endurance to keep on repeating. And therefore, it's necessary to have a mentor, to have a teacher that makes it first with you, that you understand how the system works, who corrects you. And then, when you really know, then you can do it alone. But at the beginning, we need a teacher. Because most people don't have the patience. They can't practice long enough. They think, I made it 10 times, it doesn't work. Yeah, 10 times is nothing. It's not even trying. Yes. Practicing brings satisfaction. What we think we can't do, we can do it with repetition. And then we have the experience, wow, by doing, I reached a new level. I made it myself. I made it myself. I can't buy this. You can buy a pill to become a wonderful guitar player. No, you have to practice. And we can do so many. Some people, I'm not a musical person. This is nonsense. You just didn't practice it long enough. So, Noah the gamer, welcome on board. Can you talk about how we can work on manifestation? Do vision boards or journaling help? Look, I shared so many videos on the law of attraction, on manifesting. I shared even affirmations on, it's all on my channels. Find the playlist. I have a playlist for the law of assumption, for affirming. It's all on my archive. You find a lot of tips, but I never get tired to give another information. Manifestation is the most simple skill that we do every day. Every day we are manifesting without even knowing all what happens in our life. The good stuff and also the bad stuff happens because we think something, we assume something, or sometimes we even practice something. Do vision boards work? Yes. Does affirmation work? Yes. Does journaling help? Yes. Most people don't do it long enough. They tried. Make a vision board. Yeah, wonderful. And put it in the door. And then they are excited about this. They watch this 1-2 weeks, and then this fades out. They pay no more attention. The problem is whatever we focus on by thinking. Thinking is already manifesting. But when you think just 3-4 times, this doesn't bring a result. Because when we think otherwise, or we have when we even have, how can I say this, the belief that this doesn't work. The thing is, we should put our attention, whether it's a vision board, whether it's journaling, whether it's affirming, whether it's affirmations, this all works. All this works. You could just use the vision board, but you have to experience this several times a day, not just 2 weeks. You have to make it half a year. And always be excited. Whoa, I have it. I have this. When you look at the vision board, it depends on what you think. When you look at the vision board and I don't have this, I would like to have it, but I don't have it, then better make no vision board, because you are affirming that you don't have it. A vision board, journaling, affirmations, these are just permission slips. What works best for you, focus on it, but then make it over and over and over. Repeat it 10,000 times, not just 1-2 weeks. And this is the problem. Most people give up way too early. Yes, vision board may help, but the most important thing is that you believe that it not will happen, that it already happened, that it happened. I had a visual board and I didn't really believe in it. This is the problem. So we should work in training our belief system. First, we have to train our belief system. When you know that your belief system works, then you can focus on a vision board. Then you can focus on affirmations. Then you can start affirming. This means first we have to create the mental preparation. We should really understand that believing, the whole structure of believing, is the first foundation. We really have to be clear on this. We really have to understand this. When we don't understand this, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't work. And I didn't take action, so nothing happened. The problem is taking action when we really are what we want to be. Then we take the action automatically. Some people said, I have to take action now, and then they are super confused. They take a lot of action, and this still doesn't bring you where you want to be. They got distracted. They got distracted by these actions that are not driven from inspiration. When we are what we want to be, then we automatically take action. When you say, I have to force myself to take action, you can get some results, but you will never get the big result because you force yourself to an action. But we can only take the action when we already are what we want to be. And then we take the action anyway. You don't have to force yourself because you make it automatic. Most of our actions come from our subconscious mind, 98, 99%. And when you not are what you want to be, you don't take actions. For example, you want to resolve something. It is necessary that you are at the right time, at the right space. And who will lead you to this? We never know. Only our subconscious. So the subconscious has to be prepared. Only then you go to the grocery store. You want to attract your special person, and you don't know how and when. Do I have to watch all the dating apps and go to the restaurants? No, you can. When you are really ready, you go to the grocery store and you meet your soul partner, because you went at the right time, at the right space. So action is overrated. First, we have to be what we are, what we want to be. Writing things down always helps. Yeah, when you think writing down helps, wonderful. Do it. And the good thing is when you write something down, this is the first manifestation. A thought is a thought. But when you speak it, you create a physical object. It's sound, it will disappear. But when you write something, it is written. You created it at least in 2D shape. Sarah entered the stream. Hello there and welcome. What a nice lady there. Let me greet this with the triple genie. Thanks for all your likes. Here is the triple genie for all the new guests, especially for Sarah. And the problem with manifestation is we manifest all the time, but people are not clear on this. Thinking, acting, and there's a big structure. Unfortunately, we don't learn it at school. The teacher, they don't know it themselves. And this takes a process to get the awareness that we need, that we can use the tools that we already have. Yes, and I always use the example of a musician, because a musician already knows it takes a lot of repetition, and manifesting takes repetition. When people ask me, how long should I manifest? You should manifest as long as you have it. And when it takes 2 years, then do it 2 years. When you really want it, you will do it. And when you give up, then you don't really want it. This is why inventors, they make another experiment and another experiment. And finally, they get this. Could happen in 1-2 months, could happen in 5 or 10 years. But they don't give up. They find the way and finally they get this. And then, wow, they are lucky. They are blessed. They are not blessed. They worked a lot. It's not the physical work. It's the physical work together with the mental work. We can't separate it. When you just jump in actions, you are lost. But when you only think and don't act, you are also lost. We have to find the balance. First, we have to be what we want to realize. And then comes the moment where we automatically act in the right moment, at the right space. Is Sarah still in the stream? This stream comes from Europe, from Germany. Where are you? Thanks for the question, Maiden fan. No, it was not a question. It was your comment. Writing things down always helps. Good. Maybe we should manifesting small steps instead of the big thing. And small things will lead us. Small things are easy for a lot of people because they don't have a lot of resistance. Look, whether you manifest a coin or $1 million, it's the same thing. But people think $1 million, oh, this is too much. And a coin, oh, this might be possible. But this is already their limited belief. They think $1 million is a problem. And when you have this belief, you have a problem. When you think, a coin, I can manifest a coin. And you go on the road, you find the coin on the street. This might be a coin that someone lost. And this coin might be from 1,000 years ago. It is worth $1 million. All is possible. All is possible. So with this salami tactic, we always should, when we have a big project, we always should have some slices. Get the first slice first, then the second after the third. It makes the progress easier because progress is always divided in several steps. And when we have a big project, you can say, okay, wonderful, I have this wonderful project. But I make the first car first, the first home first, the first step first. And then it's, when we start learning a musical instrument, first we make some simple notes, simple basic, and then we exceed our repertoire. This is always goes the same. So we should slice down any big project in smaller steps. Then you get a success and another success. Wow, another success. And then you are based on successes. And this keeps you going. When you only say, I'm only happy when I get the final result, then you will get frustrated. You will never get it because it takes so much time and most people don't have the endurance. But when you have a step and another step, oh, wow, I have another step, then you feel, oh, I'm really growing. And you enjoy the growth. And this keeps you motivated. I haven't mentioned in previous streams, but I'm in Texas. Thank you so much. I hope I can remember this for the future. I think you are 7 hours ahead of Central Standard. Yes. So now let me see. We have 0:30. So it's midnight and 32 minutes. We had time shift. yesterday. We are 1 hour in the future. So 0:30 might be 7 hours, 6 or 7 hours. So for you, it's still early. It's hard to find a stream time that fits to everybody. For you, it's early. For me, it's already a little late because tomorrow I have to wake up early. Therefore, I can't make the stream that long. But my intention was to make a stream today because tomorrow I'm outside and come back home very late. So I said tomorrow I can't make a stream. Then I make a stream today. And we had a good conversation in the stream. A stream is always packed with good questions and answers. It's amazing. And for some people, it was nearly a small coaching, this stream. And when you see the relief, when you see the mind is shifting a little, you can feel this. This is beautiful. This is really beautiful. And all because of the interaction in the stream. Okay, when we watch all the videos that I have in my archive, this is also interesting, but a direct conversation is different. Thanks for all the likes that push the stream. I hope the stream will be watched by some people after ending. Nemo, it's 1:30. Oh, yes, probably you have to go to sleep. It was also nice talking to you, reading your messages, and being aware that you were aware in this stream. Thanks again for the advices. It's always a pleasure. Good night to everyone. Good. Sleep well and have amazing dreams. And when you wake up, you see the world in a different shape. And blessings will come through all the Tuesday. No. Yes, Tuesday. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Once in a while I watch on the right side because there's my tablet. There's the tablet. I can show you this. Where I can at least see some graphics. Yes, we are well equipped in the space kitchen. But I prefer another phone to share. My triple genie. No, let me share the green one. The green one. These are the special emojis for all my members here. I designed it myself. It was handwritten, and then I scanned it and made a small emoji out of it. It must be unique. It must be unique. So I think we are nearly approaching the end of the stream, but when anyone has a question, I wait some minutes because I don't want to cut your question off. I think Zara already left the stream, but at least she left a thumbs up smiley. So greetings to Texas. Maiden fan. Why 620? Why 620? It seems like a password. Maiden fan, 620. Probably you can say me this in another stream. Probably, or you left already the stream. Who knows? So let me get a sip of water. Stay hydrated. This is very important. Okay, no more questions. This was a wonderful stream because you were present in the stream. We shared a lot of interesting thoughts. It brought me to another level. And a lot of interesting thoughts that I can work on. Okay. Now we end the stream. We found the natural end of the stream. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Now, let me first write thank you for the stream and then end the stream. It's better than end the stream and then quickly write something. Thanks for... Ah, wonderful. Oh. Yes, glad. Yes, it is good that long story on the 620 Star Wars. Ah, interesting. Wow, I love Star Wars. I like the number 62 connection. Yes, this is a good idea. That it has the 62, and then you made your own creation. You added the 0. You added the void. The void that creates everything. Beautiful. Yes, thanks for being here. We'll meet us in another stream. Have a wonderful night, a wonderful day. Be blessed. Enjoy a blissful day. And you make the rest. YouTube asked me, are you sure you want to stop streaming? Unfortunately. Bye-bye.